Rolling!
On!
4!
The loop!
4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I'm Ricky!
I'm Jamie!
Jamie's not at the desk right now because she is trying to do the freeze frame filter challenge.
I'm being Supergirl.
You're doing great, Jamie.
Thank you.
Today we're thinking about making peace. How do you make peace? In a world filled with chaos, is it even practical to live in peace? Can we shift our thinking to make peace daily?
It's your turn.
Okay.
Making peace is something that Jesus did, and it's something that we want to do too. So we've got 3 tips to help you shift your thinking when it comes to making peace.
Let's see how we did.
Oh, yay, I'm excited to see it. There was one of these that oh, you did so good. Wow.
That's
so,
great.
You think still decent?
Absolutely.
That was fun. If you guys haven't tried this yet, you totally should.
Very good.
Thank you, you as well.
I like how that filter takes me from regular Ricky into super Ricky.
Yeah, that's kind of how a mind shift works. Just like that filter, a mind shift is when you take one view and reframe it or shift it to be something else.
In the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 19, it says, let's do all we can to live in peace.
But how? How do we live in peace?
We're gonna give you 3 tips to level up your peace and make it super.
Tip number 1.
Peace is a bright future.
So bright.
Gotta wear shades.
Hi, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about peace. Now, there's something that we believe firmly, and that is that peace is a bright future. Now, what does that mean? Let's talk about it. Look around in our world today. What do you see? Darkness, chaos, division, hate. Now, even in this dark world, what Jesus said is still true. It is possible to make peace, and that offers such a bright future. Now, how can you have peace in a time like this? We have to reframe our minds to focus on hope. When you focus on hope, you become more like Jesus, and you end up living a little more like him. You stand up for justice, you give voice to the voiceless, and just like Romans 12:12 says, you rejoice in hope instead of dreading what's out there. So, how do you make peace? Live in hope. Romans 14:19 says, so let us do all we can to live in peace, and let us work hard to build up one another. This is how Jesus lived in peace. He gave hope to people drowning in dread.
If you want to make peace,
Live in hope. Ooh, hello, mystery hand. Thank you. All right, let's reframe some of your games. We took some stills from classic loop show challenges and jumbled them all up. The first person to ding in and correctly guess the challenge in the frame gets a point. The winner of the challenge will get the as seen on TV cookie. The not winner will get a TV dinner cookie. I imagine that's not gonna be very good.
oh, have you had those TV dinner cookies? Sometimes they are edible.
Oh, edible. Digestible, I don't know. Edible, yes. Let's do it.
Ready. Unjumble.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh. That's the one where we stack stuff, the stack stuff challenge.
We're getting word that was correct.
Yay!
Well done, Jamie.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's so fun. I think I remember winning that challenge.
Who's to say?
Pretty sure I got a crown.
Who's
Oh,
to
a
say?
lot of crowns.
Puzzle number 2. Go, puzzle, go. That was the can challenge, tin can food where we had a bunch of labels and they were removed from the cans. And then I had to eat the big ones.
It's a challenge about labels being misleading.
I got it, I won, hooray!
And I think I'm hearing that I got a half point.
Nope, no half points at all.
Oh, no half points.
Okay, let's get another peacemaking tip.
Peace is a different contest.
What up, Loopsters? I need to admit something to you. I like to compete, like, a lot. And I bet that some of you do too, right? You'll find any reason to compete. You'll turn everything into a competition. Even simple things like who can blow the biggest bubble or who can guess what the surprise ingredient is in the meatloaf surprise that they serve at school. Now, growing up playing sports, I loved competing, especially competing as part of a team. I thought it was so cool that because I was on this team, I was a part of something bigger than myself, and we were in it together. But what's interesting looking back is that the teams I was a part of, where we ended up losing more than winning, we usually had something in common. We would take competing and turn it into conflict. We would get into these silly arguments about who should be playing where, or who would get the ball more, or who's going to take the last shot. Now, competition, when done right, is great, but when it becomes conflict, everyone ends up pretty miserable. And Paul, in his letter to the church in Rome, says that followers of Jesus should pursue what promotes peace and what builds up one another. See, peace is a different contest. But how do you make peace? How do you live in humility? You think of others above yourself. Instead of taking that last shot, you pass the ball to your open teammate. Instead of pointing out the mistake that someone else made, you offer them grace, and you share how you've made plenty of mistakes. You do what Jesus did, and you put the needs of others above your own. Now, the world is going to tell you, do whatever it takes to win. It doesn't matter the cost, just get to that top. But in the kingdom that Jesus is building, winning looks much different. Winning is living in humility. Winning is pursuing peace at all costs. This was how Jesus lived in peace. He was a humble servant to his friends and enemies.
How do you live in peace?
Live in humility.
All right, let's see some more scrambled up Loop Show challenges.
This one is Tiny Hands Painting.
He's right.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Tiny Hands Painting.
But you also can't ding and then figure it out, Ricky.
No, I was figuring. I saw it. I saw the tiny hands.
I love this episode. It was really funny. Anytime there's tiny hands involved, I love it. Okay. Oh, itchy sweaters. Being uncomfortable. We put things in our sweaters like feathers
Jamie,
and wool.
you look so displeased.
I'm pretty sure I had human hair in my sweater. I think. Yeah.
What a great moment. This is gonna be.
I look very unhappy.
This is gonna be my contact picture for you from now on. Like every
Oh,
time you call,
gosh.
this is gonna be the picture.
Oh my goodness.
Right now we're at a tie. Jamie.
Oh boy, we are at a tie.
All right, so this is gonna be a tiebreaker. Right now we both have 2 points, and this last picture that we'll see will determine the winner. You
It
ready?
will. I think so.
Hey Jamie, what's that over there?
Not funny.
Oh.
Well, that's really hard.
I am eating a meat pop, a meatloaf, some kind of beef jerky, a blended beef jerky popsicle. It was a remixed one where we're doing a spin on old challenges
Oh, I
and new
see it
ones.
over there now.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yay!
Yeah, we were both eating one of those.
Wow, what lovely faces. Slopsicles!
Popsicles.
Ready for the last and final mind shift about peace?
Here it is. Peace is a big blanket.
Let's unpack that.
We live in a world that is split on so many issues to even small disagreements like iPhone versus Android. I mean, I've seriously heard people say they wouldn't date someone if the texting bubbles showed up green. In a world this divided, peace is a big blanket. While some people are willing to cancel you over some green bubbles, in Romans 12:16, we see God's heart is for us to live in harmony. He wants us to make peace not only with easygoing, agreeable friends, but also those people who might be rude to us, enemies even, or simply people who just think differently than us. When we do this, we shorten the gap of division and we have a chance to see how peace can blanket everyone. Just think, what would Jesus do? He definitely wouldn't care about green versus blue texting bubbles, and he certainly wouldn't allow that to divide us. So, how do you make peace? You live in harmony. Romans 14:19 instructs us to do all we can to live in peace and to work hard to build one another up, not divide and tear each other down. This is how Jesus lived in peace. He was laser focused on unifying everyone as one big family of God.
You can make peace with your words. It takes hope, humility, and harmony. Let's look at some examples of how this works. Pay close attention to see how you might respond to the world. Example 1. Life is tough. Dreadful response.
You're telling me. The world has never been worse. Every day I wake up and think about all the things I have to get done, and there's just no way. And then I think about what's going on in the world, and I just want to crawl back into bed. What's the point? I give up. It's too tough.
And now, we'll see what it sounds like when you make a little peace. Here's a more hopeful response.
Life is tough. I've got some hard things ahead of me today. But you know what? I've got grit, and I've got God beside me. I'm gonna rejoice that today is full of new possibilities. I'm gonna jump in feet first and ask God to show me where He's moving in the world today.
Ah, peace. Did you catch it? Hope. Now here's another example, cranked up to 11. Do you ever sound like this?
Let's go! I am bigger and better than anyone else ever. In my world, it goes you down here and me up here. No doubts I am number one because I work harder than anyone. What can I say? I'm naturally gifted. I was born with the best and I will die as the best. I am the GOAT. Don't forget it.
Or you could make peace by sounding a little more like this.
Let's go. You've got this. You are so talented. And I'll be standing by if you ever need help with anything. Hey, let's use your strengths and my strengths to really make a difference. We make a good team.
Humility sounds so refreshing and peaceful. Let's give one last example. What does harmony sound like? Is it this?
Where are your friends? Because you can't hang out with us. We already have our group, and you're not invited.
Or does harmony sound a little more like this?
Hey, we're always looking for new friends to hang out with. What kinds of things are you into? Do you play sports? We were just about to go play Foursquare. Do you want to play?
You know what peace looks like and sounds like because you're smart. Like it says in the book of Romans, let us do all we can to live in peace, and let us work hard to build up one another. How can you be a peacemaker? Give hope. Be a humble servant. Bring harmony to everyone you meet. That's how Jesus lived in peace, and you can too. No matter what scenario you find yourself in, live in peace.
Oh my! Oh, well, I have to say I like the creativity. I actually thought that this was going to be a TV dinner cookie, like the one that kind of looks like maybe cardboard, not really sure.
Well, it starts out like pudding, and then you put it in the microwave, and then it like rises to make a cookie. But this is the entire TV dinner on a cookie.
On a cookie. All right, and what did you get, Ricky?
As seen on TV. Like if you're imagining a cookie, this is basically it.
Here we go. Okay, should I try to take a bite of it with this still on it?
Oh, wait, Jamie. I want to take a picture of this. I love this so much.
Oh, okay. He has his phone. Well.
Ah, that's so great. I'm just so impressed by this cookie.
Here, you get the TV.
Yes.
I am not going to take a bite off the side with the brownie. No.
You should.
I'm going to go all out and eat off the side that has peas and carrots and mashed potatoes because I like you, Loopsters.
All right, big bite. Oh,
I'm very thankful for all the sugar from the cookie because it's helping, but the texture from the mashed potatoes is not helping. And I don't know how to describe peas. Like, I don't know. Gross? They taste so gross. Yeah.
Try some of that mac and cheese.
Okay. I'll add it to my... Yeah, I mean...
Sweet and savory, kind of?
I wouldn't recommend it, but now I can say that I've tried it. I mean, did you want to try it, Ricky?
I mean, honestly...
Yes?
Not even.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yes. It's kind of like if you took your dinner and mixed it up with a cookie.
3 tips to shift your mind.
Live in hope.
Live in humility.
And live in harmony. If you need more tips on how to serve others, we've got other videos on our channel that can help.
We have all kinds of videos about serving to help you create peace in your neighborhood.
And with your family and your friends.
Have a peaceful week. And don't forget to
enjoy the ride! Someone pass the peas, please.
Oh,
like peas. Pass the peas, but I said peace.